Hi, it's Dan and welcome to today's Marketing Sales Show. So this week we're talking about search engine optimization all week actually, because it's SEO week, and there's a really good discount available on our website, which the link you'll see below. So let's talk about search engine optimization ranking factors, shall we? So number one, obviously backlinks. Goes without saying, it's been like this for 25 years, 30 years, since the internet was invented. The more backlinks that you get, the better it is, generally as a rule. But I also want to cover that as a rule bit off, because you can't just go out and get backlinks from anywhere. You know, if you're a plumber and you're getting backlinks from a dog walking company, there's no relevance there to those backlinks whatsoever. And if you're getting, you know, you could go out and buy 20 websites, for example, buy 20 domain names, put 20 websites up and just send all those backlinks back to your website. That's also not going to work, by the way. Google recognizes that. It's quite clever in how it does all that. Good quality backlinks is going to be the key for you. Can you guest blog on other people's websites? Big conversation about that going either side. My belief is yes, you still can. As long as it depends on the nature of the website. If that's all that website does, then probably not. But, like saying that, I mean, if you take like a news website like metro.co.uk, really that's all that is. It's just loads of guest bloggers. Sure, you know, the guest bloggers are authors or journalists, actually, not authors, but the journalists, right? But it's still kind of the same principle, but it's recognized as a news channel. And so Google will recognize that as a news channel. You can't just go to a content writer's website, write a piece of content that does the same for thousands of other people that then just sends links back to your website. That just simply doesn't work in 2024 or whatever year you're happening to be listening to this. It might have worked 10 or 15 years ago, but that's sort of stuff just not happened for some time. Backlinking has to be a natural kind of thing. Yeah, you can go out and request people to have backlinks, but a better way of doing that would be to see something where someone's backlink actually doesn't work on another website that's relevant, and you message them and you say, hey, I noticed your backlink doesn't work. How about you send it back to our website? We've got an article just about that thing, and there's little bits of software out there that will help you do that. Obviously, that's an awful lot of work to do. There's an awful lot of outreach and so on. The best way that we found to get backlinks is by actually writing good quality content. And what's interesting as well is that the more we post content, like videos, you know, like a video like this, for example, will go and get embedded onto the website. And then other people link to this video on my website. And that's a really nice way of doing it. And so the more content you actually put out there on social media, and the more links that you've got going back to your website from social media, the more chance it's got of getting picked up. Plus, in addition to that, the more content you have going out on your website, the more that in turn will get picked up as well. So backlinks, it's a tough one, but it's the biggest, you know, I'd say it's probably the biggest ranking factor out there. But it's like anything. It's like baking a cake, you know. What do you need in a cake? Well, you need eggs, you need milk, flour, right? So, like, saying backlinks is, you know, is the biggest ranking factor. It's like saying flour's the most important factor in a cake. We can't make a cake without it. Just like you can't get SEO without backlinks. And can you take the eggs out of a cake? Well, no, you need that as well. And what about the milk? Can you take that out? I mean, I don't know enough about cakes, but I'm guessing you can't take that out. So all these things that goes into making a cake, for you know, 5 or 6 different ingredients, that's the same on your website. Sure, backlinks is one of those ingredients, probably the most important, but it doesn't mean that you can not have any other ingredients in your website for SEO purposes. It's just, you know, you need all of them, is what I'm trying to say. Next one then, one of the biggest search engine optimization ranking factors is really down to user experience, and this comes down to three different things really. So one of them is site speed. Site speed will have a massive dramatic impact. That's actually 4 things. So site speed will have a massive impact. User experience can also be about how easy is it to navigate the website. I was looking at a website yesterday, and they had quite a lot on the menus, but then mine does as well. But what was really nice about their website is that any page was just one click away. And if you're looking at latest news, maximum latest news was 2 clicks away. And so that as a user experience works really well. People can go directly to get the information that they need very, very quickly without having to hunt around a website. I'm sure you've had that as well. So user experience in terms of functionality for the user when using the website, that's really important. And then website speed, that's really important as well. We host actually all of our websites on SiteGround. And on SiteGround, we pay an awful lot of money, frankly, to go and get our own server. It does cost quite a bit. Highly, highly worth it. Put all our clients on there so that they get to benefit as well, which is really good, of course. And then the next aspect here is your website has to be mobile friendly. Like sometimes I'll jump on a mobile device and I look at a website and it's like something out of the 90s. It's not even been updated. And like the user, from a user experience, going to look at that and go, oh no, and then we're going to jump straight off it and go to a different website. Well, Google recognizes that. So the longer a person stays on a website, the more Google is likely to rank that website. So you've got to make it sticky. Someone jumping on a website and then bouncing straight off, bounce rate as we call it, is not conducive to you getting really good search engine optimization. Search engine optimization with Google. So you've got to have a mobile friendly website. And then finally, just on that bit, it's got to be a safe website. So you need an SSL certificate. And I was just looking at GoDaddy. I think GoDaddy's SSL certificates are like £50 or £70. I forget what it was yesterday. And we include an SSL certificate free of charge because we hate those hidden extras. Well, you know, when you buy hosting and then you're like, you got to get this and you got to get that. Oh, you need this. And suddenly the hosting at 15 quid a month turns into 50 quid a month. It's like, what's that about? So your website has to be safe, and that comes down to SSL certificates and that kind of thing. The next really big ranking factor, and again, it's not one of these that's going to be the be-all, end-all. You can't just focus on one. You have to focus on all of them. But original quality content is absolutely necessary for your website to get found. If you're copy and pasting from different websites and putting it onto your website, Google recognizes what you're doing. Like, Google's really clever. Think about how clever something like ChatGPT is, right? And then think about how Google would be using that. Remember, Google owned Bing, and Bing's got its own AI system built into it, for God's sake. Actually, Bing's Microsoft, isn't it? But Google owns Google, right? So it understands all the AI stuff, right? So you've got to be really careful with even things like AI, where it's rewriting somebody else's content and then uses Google to rewrite it, and then you copy and paste that and put that up. Google recognizes that that's just AI content. You've got to go in and edit that content because it's not original and it's not quality. So you might be posting a lot of content, but if it's just copy and paste, that's not actually going to work. And some people may have got lucky and they may have websites that's all they've done. Right, and up to now, yeah, they've been lucky. But do you think for the remainder of 2024 going into 2025, if that's still going to be the case? It's not really going to happen, is it? And then finally on this, you've got relevance. I can't even say it, relevance. So the relevance is the article that somebody is looking for, or the bit of information that someone's looking for. Like, how do I clean my keyboard? Let's do that one. Like when you go to Google and you type something in like, how do I clean my keyboard? The article that you want to rank has to be relevant to that search. It goes without saying, right? Otherwise it's not going to come up in the search engine results. So the more relevant you can be with your articles, the more of a chance you've got of ranking on Google. And in particular, the more specific you can be. So for example, if you had a search term, try to think of a search term, how to clean a Logitech 920 camera. Let's do that one. That's a very specific camera. I was looking at my keyboard, trying to work out what make of keyboard it was, and it's a Logitech, but I don't know what the model is. But if you had something very, very specific, so how to set up a Rode USB microphone, very, very specific. That's not how to set up a microphone, but how to set up a very specific Rode USB microphone. So the more relevant you can be with your articles for the keyword that you're trying to rank for, the better that's then going to be. And that will do us. I hope you find that useful. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. If you want to have a chat with us about our search engine optimization packages, then just click the link down below and then we'll speak soon. Have a wicked day and take care.